In this tutorial, we'll be adding silicone elastic to the leg opening of your favorite Greenstyle shorties to prevent them from riding up during wear. Elastic can be added as the final step in sewing up your shorties before they've been hemmed. Sewing on the elastic will shorten the length by about 1/2 to 5/8 inch, so be sure to cut them slightly longer than you'd like the finished length. There are a few kinds of silicone-backed elastic, either style will work. Greenstyle sells the style with multiple wavy lines of silicone in both 1 inch and 2 inch width. I'll be using the 1 inch size for this tutorial. Both kinds are stretchy with one smooth side and one silicone-lined side. To determine the length of your elastic piece, I recommend wrapping the elastic around your leg at the point you'd like the elastic to sit. Be sure to exercise the elastic a few times. The elastic doesn't have to be super tight, the silicone will grip your leg to prevent movement, but it should be snug. Pin to your desired tightness. The elastic will be longer than the opening of the leg at rest. Remember, leggings are drafted with negative ease, thus the fabric stretches to accommodate your quads. We will stretch the fabric to match the elastic length as we sew it on. Sew the elastic short ends together using your preferred method. The most simple will be a zigzag stretch stitch. You'll have to slightly push and pull the elastic through, as the silicone will create resistance to the walking foot. Cut the excess length of elastic and quarter the elastic. Mark the leg openings in quarters as well. Personally, I like to put the seam of the elastic to the back of the shorts. Place the elastic silicone side facing the right side of the fabric, aligning the elastic to the raw edge of the shorts. Pin or clip the elastic to the shorts at the quarters. This will be done for both legs. Again, the elastic length will be longer than the opening of the shorties, and the fabric will have to be stretched to lay flush with the elastic. Using either a stretch stitch on a standard machine or on a serger, sew the elastic onto the shorts, silicone side facing the right side of the fabric. If using a serger, disengage the blade. Cutting the elastic will result in continuous fraying of the elastic with wash and wear. Stretch the fabric slightly to lay flush on the elastic from pin to pin. Sew around the leg opening and repeat on the other side. Depending on the weight and stretch of your fabric, the elastic may cause the fabric to flare out while at rest. It will lay flat when worn. Next, we'll finish the shorts. One option is to leave the elastic as is without top stitching. When you wear them, simply roll the silicone to the inside of the shorts. It will stay in place when worn as the silicone holds to the skin. For a more secure finished option, we can top stitch in place using either a standard machine with a stretch stitch or a cover stitch. Top stitching is the most challenging part of this process. The silicone on the elastic will resist progression either on a standard machine or a cover stitch. Whether you're doing silicone side down or up to top stitch, we have tips for both. For a reverse stitch cover stitch, the presser foot will likely resist the silicone. So we're going to cover the presser foot with everyday Scotch tape. My presser foot is a hinged model, so I'll be using 4 separate thin pieces to line all parts separately. Whatever type of presser foot you have, you'll need to leave a clear opening for the needle to pass through. When top stitching with the silicone facing down, the silicone will resist the feed dogs and the elastic top of the machine. A great trick is to use a strip of parchment paper to cover the silicone. You'll be stitching at the farthest width of the elastic, so strips should be narrower than the full width of the elastic. Align strips to the edge of the shorts and pin or clip in place. top stitch as usual, progressing the parchment paper along with the fabric if using that method. Ideally, the needles won't go through the parchment paper, but if it does, gently tear the parchment paper away when done. And with that, you have shorties that will stay snugly in place with wear. Happy sewing, friends!